Hey guys, it's the Arch of another video, and just right here is my WWE NXT review for June 19th, 2013, and this episode of NXT was really good, and I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good matches on here. All the matches on here were good. So yeah, let's get into the show. First up, we get the last week's title match between Biggie Langston and Bo Dallas. Of course, Bo Dallas won, so yeah, he's the new NXT champion. But we start off the show with Neville versus Bray Wyatt. Not really much to this match. This never really got started per se. Neville tried to go on the top rope, and Luke Harper pushes him off, and he crashes and burns. And the Wyatt family proceeds to beat down Neville until Cassius Ohno and Corey Graves makes the save. And Dusty Rhodes comes out, and he announces a 6-man tag for later on tonight. The Wyatt family, Harper, Rowan, and Wyatt versus Ohno, Graves, and Neville. So, good pop for Dusty, too. Match number 2, we get Sami Zayn versus the debuting Angelo Dawkins. Now, Angelo Dawkins, he can be a solid wrestler. He flowed pretty well with Sami Zayn in here, or maybe that's just Sami Zayn talking, but Angelo Dawkins, he looked pretty good here in this matchup. It was pretty short, like 2 or 3 minutes. Sami Zayn wins with the tornado DDT that he makes look so well as a finisher. Still needs a new finisher, but he makes it so well. He makes it work. So then we get a Leo Kruger video package. All that you know will change. So yeah. Leo Kruger's still creepy. And this is good because we haven't seen from Leo Kruger in about like 2 months, I think. I think it was 2 months. Last time we saw him was like on an April episode of NXT where he beat Justin Gabriel again. So then we get the next match in the first round tournament. First round of the NXT Women's Championship Tournament. We get Summer Rae versus Sasha Banks. This is a pretty good Divas match. Summer Rae's been improving a lot in the ring. And Sasha Banks is great as always. This is a really good match. It flowed pretty well in my opinion. And Summer Rae wins with Melina's old finisher, the Sunset Split. So yeah, Summer Rae's got a new finisher, and she's putting those long legs to use. And I have no problems with this because you're gonna need heels. Not every diva going to the final rounds of the tournament need to be faces. So I'm okay with this one, But yeah, like I said, pretty good Divas match. Do we get Xavier Woods in a pre-taped backstage interview or backstage promo? He's talking about his appearances on NXT, how it'll be nothing like this one, and how he's back, and he gets his Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Morpher tune on his watch. It looks he has a Morpher too, and he's like, it's Morphin time, and he leaves, and he has a match against Jake Carter. And his tights, his new attire has a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Morpher on there, so I think that's pretty cool. For those not understanding his character, it makes more sense now. He's an inspired guy stuck in the 90s and 80s, somewhere in between those time spans, excuse me. And he's a huge fan of Power Rangers, let's say that. Zach Taylor from Power Rangers and Black Ranger supposedly trained him, so. But anyways, we get a pretty good match. Jake Carter and Xavier Woods. I wish Carter would get treated a little bit more better. But this was a really good match, and Xavier Woods is really entertaining, and I like Xavier Woods a lot. I'm not saying that because he's black or anything, but I think he really is entertaining. And he wins with It's Morphin Time rolling clothesline, and the Lost in the Woods, which is a male incarnation of Gail Kim's Eat the Feet, so they changed that around and got him a credible finisher because that culture shock DDT wasn't doing it for everybody. Then we get Sami Zayn in a backstage interview. He's talking about Cesaro, how the match he won against Angelo Dawkins earlier wasn't to impress anybody. It was a message to Cesaro, and him and Cesaro's tied up in their series of matches, and the tiebreaker has to be the next person who wins this matchup. So he wants Cesaro versus Zayn number 3, and I would love to see that personally. Then we get Scott Dawson, Garrett Dillon, and Sylvester LaForte in a backstage segment. They're talking about why they're not the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles. And Dusty Rhodes walks up to them and he says he likes business, money, and championships, so he gives them an opportunity in a number one contender match against Corey Graves and Cassius Ohno next week on NXT. So we have that, a number one contenders tag team title match next week, so that should be great. Then we get Bo Dallas, the new NXT champion, cutting a promo from his car, and he's talking about how he won the title, thanks the fans for his support, which he has none. Then he proceeds to talk about how he's not a liar and how he did go to Disney World, and they cut to a picture of him wearing a Mickey Mouse hat, and then he sings a song, and the song Don't Stop Believing, but he's Don't Stop Believing. I'm like, oh, Bo Dallas. They're trying to make this guy as relevant and as unboring as possible, if unboring's a word. And we get a promo from Bo Dallas at least, and he says he'll be on NXT next week. And then we get the announcement that Biggie Langston will be at NXT next week for the first time since losing the title last week. So, Big E. And then we get the main event: the Wyatt Family versus Corey Graves, Cassius Ohno, and Adrian Neville, the man that gravity forgot. And this match was really good. I enjoyed every bit of this matchup. Of course, the Wyatt Family dominated this matchup. And the ending comes where Bray Wyatt knocks Graves off the top rope. And the action spills out to the floor, and Adrian Neville hits a sick dive on everybody. Adrian Neville and Bray Wyatt left in the ring. Adrian Neville goes for the red arrow, corkscrew shooting star press, and Harper drags Bray Wyatt out of the way enough where Adrian Neville would just hit Matt and won't hit Bray Wyatt at all. Bray Wyatt pins him for the win, 1, 2, 3. So the Wyatt family defeats Ohno, Graves, and Neville, which leads me to believe at the tapings tonight that either the team of William Regal and Adrian Neville or the team of Ohno and Graves are going to beat the Wyatt family for the tag titles anyways, because they're debuting soon. I know that and stopped Biggie Langston from losing the title before, but I just see them winning the titles tonight. So, yeah. But, that's this week's NXT episode. And let me know what you guys thought about this week's show. I thought it was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed every bit of it. Xavier Woods returning. I like that. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of everybody else on the show. And Angelo Dawkins, I hope he does good as a wrestler, too. He looks like he has a lot of potential, and he flowed really good with Sami Zayn tonight. So, let me know what you guys think about this show, and this is Large with another video. And by the way, for those who's wondering what happened to Mike Dalton is now repackaged as an egotistical maniac called Tyler Breeze. And if you thought he looked like Dolph Ziggler before, well, you should see him now. Maybe not attire-wise, but, the way he has his hair and all that stuff now. But, Mike Dalton is now Tyler Breeze. And, hopefully he gets a push. Because the gimmick is cool, he's pretty cool with it, and it flows well with Mike Dalton, or Tyler Breeze. So, this is Large of another video, and peace.